3 victims killed in the Boston bombings. Portraits emerging of that 8-year-old little leaguer, Martin Richard, the young woman whose parents say had a heart of gold, and the 3rd victim, a Chinese grad at Boston University who was watching the race with 2 friends. ABC's Lingzi Davis has the very latest now from Boston. Good morning, Lingzi.
Good morning, Amy. Even before we knew their names and ages, we knew that what had happened here was tragic. But now that we're starting to see their faces and hear their stories, it's becoming especially heartbreaking, especially difficult to imagine this morning being told that your daughter is alive, only to find out later there was an awful mix-up.
What a beautiful and awesome sight this spontaneous gathering is this night.
Overnight, thousands gathered in the chilly Massachusetts air for a candlelight vigil honoring the youngest victim, 8-year-old Martin Richard. The brown-eyed Bruins fan had just gotten ice cream and was watching the marathon with his family, seen in this Facebook page, when the bombs went off. Even Richard's young playmates, devastatingly aware of the loss, etching messages in chalk on the family's driveway.
Whenever we would see them, they would all be together.
Richard's mother, Denise, a librarian at the school he attended, like always, was by his side at the marathon. She's still in the hospital recovering from a head injury. His younger sister, Jane, a dancer, lost a leg. She was a first grader at the same school where her brother's artwork remains and where staff members are trying to cope before classes resume next week.
We are going to be extremely strong. The joy of those voices will bring us back. Can you stop for a minute?
The emotion just as raw as Patty Campbell remembered her daughter, 29-year-old Crystal Campbell, who was also killed in the attack.
She was a wonderful person.
Campbell reportedly left her job at a restaurant recently to take care of her ailing grandmother. Compounding the grief, the initial glimmer of hope when the family was first told Crystal was alive and being treated, only to then learn it was her friend who'd survived.
She was always smiling and friendly. You couldn't ask for a better daughter.
And this morning, new details are trickling in about the 3rd victim, a Boston University graduate student from China who'd been watching the marathon with 2 friends when tragedy struck.
The parents of the graduate student of China have not released her name yet because they haven't told her grandparents, saying that they don't think that they can handle it. Also of note, that restaurant where Campbell worked, they have closed it today in her honor.